Oh my God. Hey, look at this! I'm Donald Trump!
If you don't know who Jeffrey is, then I'm pretty surprised.
That and Epstein didn't kill himself.
All right. Okay, thank you for that comment.
There are so many Jeffrey didn't kill himself posts, but you'll be thinking this guy was wrongly murdered for no reason. Not like there is a rightly murdered. But before I tell you more about him being innocent, let's go back to the start. Jeffrey started as an innocent young teacher. He was teaching math and physics. Physics, as in, you know, at Dalton School. Dalton, like, don't tell anyone about what I did. Apparently he was so charming he was able to build up his way into financing. In fact, financing for the guy in charge of Victoria's Secret. And if that isn't an innocent person, I don't know what is. You own a company like Victoria's Secret, a great company that cares about women's employment. Obviously, Jeffrey's innocent. Jeff and his other two friends, Maxwell and Jean-Luc, thought, hey, we make a lot of money. Let's have fun. Let's buy a lovely island where we just party and just relax. So they get the island. It's kind of like Disneyland, but the complete opposite. So they end up buying an island just to traffic a bunch of kids. What's going on with Peter? I know a guy who will give you ice cream if you just let him do butt stuff to you. It's so much more easier. You know what you're doing. You know what the transaction is. It's so much more clearer. You know what I mean? I bought this. So let's talk more about the three. Firstly, Jean-Luc. He also died by getting rid of himself because he was too innocent, it turns out. Maxwell, let's just start by saying younger Glesner was hot. Okay, and I think for that reason, she's innocent. Even then, she's been sentenced to 20 years. She's trafficking no one. Actually, no, it was proven that she was trafficking Casper the ghost.
Girl on my bed. Yes.
Whatever happened to the island? Recently proven innocent Jeffrey Epstein's island is on reduction. Yes, 20% off. This whole island with a playground at the back, a bunch of tunneling systems, some coloring pencils, and a bunch of random photos of celebrities, as well as hidden DVD. All your favorite celebrity. Why not? Book a viewing now. Unless you have kids. Do not come if you have kids. So in 2005 to 2008, that's where Jeffrey Epstein first got in trouble. He pled to a 13-month in jail for abusing dozens of underage girls in Florida. He came off with a secret deal with the judge that, honestly, I feel like that's an innocent man kind of move. You know what I mean? It's like, look, between us, I made a mistake, you know, I didn't know, that kind of stuff, and they let him off. 2019 is where he fucked up. The Black Book and the flight log came out 2019. So during the arrest, they found out 3 people were the ones who were in charge of all of this. In fact, these 3 people are the most busiest people out there. If I had their level of hard work, I would be able to edit, upload, film, and finish before school ends. But poor Jeff died on the 10th of August 2019. Moment silent for Jeff. But he killed himself for no reason. Such an unfortunate circumstance. It was innocent the whole time. Because such an innocent mind, such an innocent soul like Jeff, I think the angels came to him and warned him about COVID-19. As he's an old guy, it could have affected him way more than anyone else. So they came to him and said, hey Jeff, an illness is about to plague the world. You must isolate yourself. And what's more isolated than being in a jail cell by yourself because your prison cellmate was removed all of a sudden and the guards that are supposed to be watching you wasn't watching you the whole time, giving you enough time to commit suicide. So that's honestly the most isolated thing to ever do. Politically, everyone disassociated with Jeffrey Epstein. But that's a shame because he was so innocent. The guy just had a mysterious amount of money and he was just misunderstood. Trump once said,
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
And that's where he messed up, because when it comes to Trump supporters, it all depends on what you're shooting and to whom. What's next for Trump?
95% of what went on down there was not pedophilia.
Oh, yeah?
No, the other 5%, that sullied the whole operation.
Let's be honest, the fact that Elon Musk said that Trump was on the list, and Trump originally talking about how he could have released the JFK files, the alien files, and the Epstein files. Now none of the files exist.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
About how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
And the fact that Jeffrey Epstein died when Trump was the president the first time, and now there's no list this time Trump's president, it's not looking really good for him. But it is pretty funny that Trump is investigating it. Now I should say Trump met Jeffrey Epstein in the Mar-a-Lago club that he started. But Jeffrey Epstein was banned for inappropriate behavior with the underage member's daughter. Trump did go on the flight though, but, you know, did ban him. So if this is a maneuver from the Democrats, this could be. After all, there's new information proving that he was in a wedding. Who had that information? I don't know. But this doesn't mean that Trump didn't do anything bad.
You called him directly to ask him about this. Yeah, we were not on the phone very long. I think our call was about 30 seconds or so. But when I asked him about the wedding photo, he said, he sort of paused for a second and then said, "You've got to be kidding me," before calling CNN fake news and then hanging up on.
Weirdly enough, originally everyone blamed the Clinton family, but apparently there's no evidence that Bill Clinton ever went to the island, although there is a sexy painting of it. But it seems like all sides are compromised with Jeffrey Epstein. They just all liked hanging out with him because he was so innocent and so cool, you know what I mean? One of Jeffrey's closest friends, Andrew, got in trouble one time. Back in 2022, Prince Andrew had to give a woman $12 million, but he was never found guilty. By the way, Virginia, the one who accused Prince Andrew, she got in like some car accident and then committed suicide afterwards. What's going on with anyone connected to the royal family and car accidents? Can't we have creativity anymore?
I don't sweat.
The story isn't going to be over, and it more likely will never be updated. We'll more likely never know who was on the list or who was involved. And in the UK, we've always kind of known our politicians are paedophiles. The news was broken to us ages ago. So now it's more about which paedophile has the political values we look out for. Because we all know they are all pedos. But which pedo do I agree with the most? And Jeffrey Epstein might not have been innocent. There are allegations that he's part of like the Mossad group. I'm not going to get into that, you know what I mean? I want to post next week. Jeff! Donald! Yeah, it's a good pie, yeah? Check out my other videos if you want to. It's a good pie, yeah? Yeah, I got this ice cream from this guy who, you know, I had to like do a couple things, but he gave me free ice cream, huh? All I have to do is bend over. Yeah, boy.